really well for you at the moment. I'm sure you'll agree with that. What are your thoughts on this run you're on?
It's a good run, isn't it? So yeah, it's all going well, as you said. So we're all happy, we're all in a good place. Training ground's good, dressing room downstairs is good. So we're just got to keep that run going on.
What's behind it in your eyes?
Just the confidence, the belief. So winning games is everything. So when you start winning one game and then you can go on to the next one, and it just gives everyone more confidence, more belief in terms of what we're doing and how we're going about it, and you can see that, and that's what it's as I said, it's a healthy dressing room down there, and we're getting the results, which is the biggest thing.
And a group growing together as a team. You have to change your team in the summer. Sometimes it takes time for that team to gel. Is that what's happened? Yeah,
it does. I mean, even I don't like looking back too far, but we know what we're recruiting. We know how we're going about it. We're always busy behind the scenes. We're always at games and and doing our work that way. Me and Jed. So we've got to get the right person, right people in, and to add, and it's got to have the right qualities and the right temperament and everything, and character and everything else that you want to throw in there. And I think we've got that in the group, and it's shown now on the pitch.
Has there been a focus on just being solid, giving yourself a chance of a clean sheet, then you can go and win a game 1-0 like you did last time?
Just well, we try and win a game if you like by more than one goal, but you've got to give the credit to the opposition that you're playing against. That they're defending well at times. If you get that one goal like we did last week against Notts County, with Sean Ball showing the quality that he did, and Donald Love with his pass over the top, and the finish that he had, as I just said. So you've got to have that solid base. Ollie Wright's doing really, really well for us. He's kept some good clean sheets. Distribution's getting better. And the stats are all there for everyone to see. And then you've got the back line, which has changed every now and again. Fallon Lawson's had his sickness since the Cambridge game. He got up, and then going back over that was he got up that day to play, and just couldn't make it, and it just hit him big time. The virus that was up and down the country. So it's took him a little bit of a time to get over that. But as I said, that's changed. Donald's gone in there, and Conor O'Brien's come back in at wing back and done really well. So everyone, it's healthy, as I said, downstairs, the dressing room, and everyone's chomping at the bit to play.
When you lost to Newport in October and results weren't coming, did anything change? Did anything spark? Because the game afterwards you won 4-0, and that was the start of this run you're on. Yeah, well, the run's got to start somewhere, and they've got to end, haven't they? So it's just your next game, isn't it? So we weren't happy with the Newport game. I can go back to the games that we drew and lost, if you like. We weren't happy with the Cheltenham away, so that was another one. So we drew with Shrewsbury away, but you could probably say it was a good point. There we had certain lads that weren't ready and weren't fit at the time as well. So it's got to start somewhere, and it was just the next game after Newport, and what a way to start it. Did you do anything at that time differently? Did you say anything to the players that might have inspired them, John? Yeah, well, I wouldn't. I think I'd like to think inspire them every day, to be honest. Me and Jed, and I think they inspire each other. I think all it is, you can sit down and have meetings, you can go over the game itself, which we do and we did as a team and individually, and then you can just ask them questions and you can have them chats. But they ultimately, whoever you pick, has to go out on the pitch then and perform. So you can say, yeah, I might have inspired them. I think it do inspire. I think Jed does as well. I think they inspire each other. And I think there's a togetherness to succeed here. And you can see that it's evident, as I said. And once you get one win, that's a start of a run. And then the challenge is then, can you get another one after that? And then so on and so on. And at the minute, that's what we're on. We're in the January transfer window now. Given what you just said, it's an attractive place to come and play football, right? It is. Well, it's at the minute it's a club that's winning games of football. It's in a good position. We'd like to be higher, and that's the ambition, and that's what we're trying to set out to do now with our next game. And as I said, the January window's open. There's players up and down the country wanting to either get out of a club, free agents maybe that want to obviously start their careers or kick-start their careers, wherever they are. So it's an opportunity where they're thinking that we look attractive now. So as I said, that's been ongoing before the window even opens, speaking to players, but it's always about whether they do want to come, and it's always about money. Are you close to any signings, or how many do you expect to get in or want to get in this month? Well, I'd probably like to add a couple of more players to the squad, but what we've got downstairs right now has got us where we are as well. So you don't really want to upset or rock the boat, but you just want to add a bit of quality. You want to add the right people in, as I said, with the right character and everything else. We've been talking to quite a few players, so we'll see. Just watch the space, really. Any outgoings do you anticipate?
No, not at the minute, no. As I said, I can't wait for it to close it in that way because, you know, our players, and rightly so in terms of we're attractive club to come to now because of the position we're in and we're winning games, is also the lads that have been doing well, we've just spoke about. You know, they're getting suitors looking at them now, so, you know, there's all sorts of rumours going out about this player and that player and so on and so on, so we'll see. So at the end of the day, everyone's got a price, but, you know, we're hopefully that everyone stays in the building.
Has your ambition been enhanced by this run? If you win on Saturday, you could be 4 points off the playoffs, and we can talk about the potential there. You won't want to get too far ahead of yourself, John, but it's good to be talking this way, isn't it?
It is, because that's the plan, because as I said, it's always us against the world. Everyone writes you off and everyone loves Accrington being down the bottom, and everyone comes and everyone wants to be negative about it and all that, and, you know, and this results and that results, and, you know, it's all hard luck stories, but we're in a nice position. We're not getting carried away. We've got Barnet next. We've got a plan. It's a big challenge. We know that. They've done really well. Dean's got his team set up really well, and they've had a good season up to now, or a good first part of the season. So we know the challenge, and if that, and we can, and hopefully we can get a win on Saturday. We'll see where it takes us after that.
Yeah, Barnet are having a good season, given they got promoted. They had a sticky start, and things changed, and now they're in good nick. Yeah,
I mean, they were good down there. They've got, as I said, they've got a good manager, good staff around them, and they play a certain way. It's been successful at the minute, hasn't it? Because they are doing well in the league. So we know the challenge there. We went down there, and it was a good game for our point of view. We've overlooked that game a few times, to be honest, and we've gone through the clips with the players at that time. We've looked back at it then. We had opportunities to score goals then. We didn't. But hopefully we can put that right tomorrow.
Just finally, what's the injury situation at the moment?
At the minute, we've only got Conor Grant's a little bit of a twinge in his calf, so we'll speak with Ollie, the physio, in a bit. Dan Martin's took a knock on his knee in training, so that's why he wasn't involved at Notts County away. So we'll have to see how his knee is. And then we've just got the long-term ones in terms of Kelsey Mooney and Tyler Walton.